Yo, what's up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. Fnatic put out this video earlier today and I didn't get a chance to watch it and I want to go over it with you guys. It's called the First Interview Fnatic 2021 Roster First Look. So I'd imagine from just what I'm seeing right here, they're going to have Yamato Cannon, and they're going to have the entire Fnatic 2021 roster, which will include Hylissang, Upset, Selfmade, Niski, and Bwipo. So I personally think a lot of the Fnatic fans are really mad at Fnatic right now because of how the 2020 offseason has went. You know, it's ranging from, oh, why couldn't you keep Reckless, and how could you not even get perks? Just a bunch of things that the most general fans don't really understand. Now, personally, I think that Niski is an upgrade over Nemesis, and I personally think in some ways Upset is an upgrade over Reckless. I personally think Niski will play better with Selfmade than Nemesis did. Let's be honest here. Nemesis and Selfmade were a terrible mid-jungle duo. And let's be honest here. Like, Reckless and Hylissang were a great bot lane to a certain extent, but at a certain point, they just really weren't playing that well individually together, where you could clearly see they were on the same page. Yeah, in the Top Esports series at Worlds 2018 quarterfinals, when Fnatic played against Top Esports, yeah, Reckless played out of his mind to the point where, you know, he was able to capitalize off of Hylissang's aggression. But let's be honest here, that's not the story of how their bot lane had been going for these past 2 years that Reckless had been paired up with Hylissang. You know, I really think that with Upset, Hylissang will get to shine even more. Like, Reckless does have his fair share of problems in terms of gameplay, and I think a lot of people really aren't bringing that up, though. You know, obviously, I'm not a Fnatic fan. I support Cloud9 and G2, and I like to keep my eSport jersey collection over there. I don't know what jersey I'm wearing right now, but overall, I think that, you know, if you're a real, true fan of this team, this organization, you should still be a fan and support your organization. You know, players come and go. I understand, it hurts, but you got to understand this. It was going to happen at some point. Like, there's no guarantee Reckless was going to stay here forever. Like, you don't know that. I don't know that. It doesn't really matter what he says on social media or on Twitch, or if he still live streams. I'm not too sure about that. People got to understand, it's just how this stuff works. Players change. And regarding the whole perk situation, I'm not going to go too much into that right now. I'm going to have another Fnatic dedicated solo video coming out. That's how I'm going to really do my off-season content, as I'm going to basically focus on like all the best roster moves, talking about the rosters individually for the LEC, the LCK, and the LCS. But I personally think that you should be sticking by Fnatic right now because they're going to need your support more than ever. And who knows, maybe this Fnatic team might upset G2 in a best of 5, you know, for the LEC 2021 Spring Split Finals. Because, you know, mostly I personally think Fnatic and G2 are still the best teams in the LEC, despite what other people have been saying personally. And until I see otherwise, that's all I'm going off of. But who knows? You know, I think a lot of people are quickly to write off this roster, and they really haven't seen them perform. You know, they might actually overperform. Remember, you know, Cloud9 were said to be shit without Sneaky. They weren't going to be shit. They're trash. They're stupid. They're getting rid of their star player. Look what happened. Split after that, they dominated. So I'm not saying that'll exactly happen with Fnatic, but I think people are too easy to write them off, and they've always proven stuff. You know, I'll say and talk shit no matter what, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that they've never did anything, though I do believe some of their Worlds runs were just basically luck. That's just my own personal opinion. But if I look at just what is facts, they have produced good players, so why can't they have a good squad now? Like, what has changed now? I don't really get the narrative that this has changed. This was the same team or organization that had Huni and Reignover, Xpeke, Caps, Soaz, Cyanide, you know what I mean? Reckless. You see all these great players that have come through Fnatic's organization. Yellowstar, are we just about to forget him? Febivin, you know, he just went back to Fnatic's academy team. What's it called? Fnatic Rising. So yeah, I personally don't agree with people who just writing them off like they've never did anything. Yes, I do believe some of their international runs have been luck. But if I'm just being unbiased, they are a great organization, and I think you have to look at things for what they are and see how well they've actually built up new talent, and they have their roster set up now. Remember, you wouldn't get Bwipo without Fnatic. Another player you guys love now, and now you obviously want him to be your star carry for the 2021 LEC season. So yeah, let's get right into the video. I'll have it, like I said before, I'm gonna have a dedicated video on these new squads going into the 2021 season. But let's start it off right here.
Wait, maybe we can't hear him. Oh, he needs to unmute the stream.
Hilly, first question for you. Have you been missing my massages?
Pete, I have Pete.
Oh god.
I can't hear him. Can you guys hear him?
Oh, he's muted. He's
guys.
muted.
Okay. I was a bit upset. Okay,
good. I mean, I expected Fnatic to bring us somebody good and I just import guy from an ASA.
Hello,
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh, I love Selfmade. What the heck? It fast forward all the way there. Oh my god! I fucking hate ads. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry about this. Jesus flipping Christ! I know in certain videos I gotta stop cussing, but it's just so stupid sometimes. All right, let's go. Let's start it. Pause. Unmute.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very, very special Fnatic Live we have for you tonight. I'm Pete. I'm going to be your host tonight, and we are going to have a first look at Fnatic's League of Legends 2021 roster. We've got a couple of new additions. First, I want to thank AMD for sponsoring this live. Thank you so much, AMD. As you can see, I've got a couple of goodies behind me they sent over just before. This stream is basically just to celebrate the new roster that we have. It's a very, very exciting roster, and I, for one, can't wait to see them perform in the LEC. Now,
exciting or disappointment depends on a factor of both. I'm just kidding. I actually am hyped for their roster. I really think it has some hidden potential that a lot of people just really aren't seeing right now, honestly.
Before we talk to the players and coaching staff themselves, I do want to bring on Javier, our League of Legends team director, to talk a little bit more about those roster changes. Hello, Dardo.
Hey mate, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? You look a bit tired there.
Yeah, a bit tired after Worlds and Stride forward going into off-season. It's been a bit intense months, but yeah, like as you said, cannot wait for 2021, so all good.
Yeah, we're bringing on Sam, Chief Executive Officer of Fnatic Esports. Sam, I just wanted to ask you, you've been a part of very, very many off-seasons. What kind of challenges did this off-season provide you?
I would start with, every off-season since probably 2014 has been a challenge, and it's been one which has had different challenges along the way. But having Javier, who's here, full time with the team all year round, fully focused on that side of the business, which is not like coaching, it's not day-to-day management, it's the overall team structure is really what we went into 2019 trying to fix, and I think we've done a great job, or at least I think the first year of Javier's reign has been a good one.
What did you think of your first year? What was like the biggest challenge for you coming in as the new kind of leader in the League of Legends squad?
Off seasons are crazy. Off seasons are definitely crazy. And it's definitely been harder for this specific off season for 2020 because a lot of people are just asking the stupidest fucking questions like, why couldn't they get perks, or why couldn't they keep Reckless? It's like, let's be honest here. Reckless was a free agent. He could do whatever he wants. Caps, when he left, was a free agent. And you know what that means, guys? They can do whatever they want.
I think the biggest challenge was that I arrived very late in the year, like in the last years of season. So everything was a bit already set up, and I had to learn a lot how Fnatic was being dealt with and managed from like in the interactions with London, and also in the day-to-day routines. It's like it was a group that was already very made up together, that they knew each other, and I was kind of the new one, like coming in the group, and I had to learn a lot about that. But I think it has been a great year to really understand all these things and be able to like bring some changes for next year, and focusing not only, as I said, on what we are going to do next year, but what are we going to do for the next few years to come in order to take.
Your next few years, bro, is you're going to be a G2 farm team. Oh, shit. Let's be honest here. If Yankos retires after the 2021 LEC season. G2 are gonna buy Selfmade. Gonna be a bit stronger.
Take things to the next level. So I think that's basically it.
Performance seems to be the focus of 2021 in, new stuff, metrics, performance metrics, new facility. What happens behind the scenes to create a team, to reach out to players?
Even before that, there's a lot of research work on what are the available options and options that can fit not only our team in terms of game level and skills and things like that, but values, like how they are going to fit in the routines that we want to implement. At the end of the day, as I was saying, is doing a lot of research and getting a lot of feedback in order to take decisions.
But ultimately, this is kind of something that is really important, is understanding who the players want to play with.
All right, so that's all we have time for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us in the first part of the show. All right, so without further ado, I would like to introduce to you our new mid laner, our new AD carry, and our new head coach, Niski, Upset, and Yamato Cannon to the show. Hola, hola.
I signed up to be.
No one cared, bro. No one cared if he signed up to be a dasher. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, wait.
Hey guys,
Hello?
how's it going?
Hello.
Good, good.
I guess this question goes out to all three of you, but let's start off with you, Niski. You've been on Fnatic Academy before. So what does it mean to you to join Fnatic again?
I mean, for me, back in Fnatic Academy, I always thought like, well, if I could play for the Fnatic main team, then that'd be really nice, right? And for like this year, I've got the chance to do it, so I was like, sure. I always respected Fnatic. Everyone there was always nice.
Upset? What does it mean for you?
Why are you laughing?
I don't understand. Wait, maybe we can't hear him. Oh, he needs to unmute the stream.
See, how can you not love Niski? Who doesn't love Niski? Yeah, I get people want the fucking nemesis cock all the way down their throats and shit because of just like 1+ memes and shit, but how can you not like Niski? Like, come on. He's amazing.
I'm there. We need to unmute.
Man, upset.
I guess
Yeah,
we'll
guys,
go
I
over
got
to you.
this.
No,
Okay,
I
you
explained
wanna-
to him
you
how
wanna-
to fix it.
You wanna answer for Upset, Niski?
Upset told me that he was really happy to play for Fnatic, and yeah, that he was excited, especially playing with me.
Yes, now I unmuted. Yes, I can.
Ah,
Okay.
there he is. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Niski already answered your question for you, but maybe we'd like to hear from you yourself. What does it mean for you to join Fnatic?
I'm really happy to join Fnatic because Fnatic and G2 are always the teams that are winning, right? And I want to be successful too. And I think the team that I'm joining right now is a huge opportunity for me. So I'm just super excited to join Fnatic.
We're excited for you to be with us. Now, Yamato Cannon, you've had quite a long coaching career already. You have quite a lot of experience. You're also an analyst, and now you've come into this Fnatic squad with all of that experience. What does it mean for you?
Yep.
Like, what are you hoping to bring to the squad?
Alright, so I'm gonna tackle the whole Niski point. I think Niski will bring a lot to Fnatic. I really want to make sure I emphasize that. I think he's a very underrated player that a lot of people are sleeping on, and he's gonna take the LEC by storm. In some ways, I want to put that there because there are some really good mid laners in the LEC, and Niski did struggle when he was on Splice against the higher tempo, aggression-paced mid laners in the LEC. But I think now it's going to be a lot more different. He's gone to Collab 9. He's learned how to temper his aggression. He's learned how to be the aggressive player, and I think that's going to be something that's going to be really good for him coming back into to the LEC. In terms of Upset, he's been on so many different teams at this point, like Schalke and Origin, and like, let's be honest here, Upset's had some pretty shit supports. I mean, I guess outside of like Vander, which was, I personally think, his best support that he's had so far, because I've not seen him play with a Hylissang yet personally, but I think that Upset and Hylissang will be a great bot lane. Let's be honest here. This is Upset's best opportunity, quote unquote, to win a title, because like when he was on Origin, yeah, they were a good team, but they were also insanely slow. They had a lot of problems with like drafting phase and, you know, adapting to the meta, you know, for things that we saw in Origin, who will now be Astralis, right? And I personally think that, you know, there's really no excuses at this point for upset. If he fails here, I mean, could he ever go on G2? Like, let's say, you know, Fnatic lose both of the LEC splits this year, spring and summer, to G2. I mean, is anybody really going to justify that he should be on G2 at that point? You know, I think this is going to be the best org and the best roster he's ever really played with. And I think he's going to have to step up to the plate, because a lot of people do think he's overrated. And I don't believe that, because this is nothing but a bunch of bronze people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, let's be honest here. If you think he's overrated, and you're about to preach to me the good word about Crown Shot and freaking Patrick, come on, bro. Come on. Let's go to what Yamato has to say. Oh.
I've been in League now for 10 years, as I mentioned, and it's time to win some titles. You know, I wanted to put some titles on the board. You know, I look at my list of achievements, I can point, I was worlds here and worlds there, but what does it really matter? It's all about who gets the first place in the end.
All right, so I guess the burning question for you, Upset.
I guess that is true. I mean, I don't know. I think people put too much emphasis on domestic trophies. I don't know. It's good to have them. It's nice to have them in terms of morale and something you work for, but in terms of worlds, I think worlds should be valued a lot more higher than winning domestic trophies. I mean, let's be honest here. Cloud9, their Worlds 2018 top 4 finishes still more memorable to this day to a lot of people than the titles they've ever had. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of people put a little too much emphasis on these titles, and let's be honest here, these titles don't reflect how strong a team really is. Depending on going between splits to worlds, it's just a bunch of things that people really don't understand.
How do you feel coming in and replacing someone like Reckless, who's been at Fnatic for so long?
I mean, I think it's a great opportunity again. You could see it as great pressure, but I feel really happy that I did get the opportunity to fill his shoes, I guess, and we will see if I will be able to do it, but I feel really confident in my ability, and when I look at the people around me that I will be working with, I feel even more confident that I will be able to do really well and make sure that the Fnatic fans won't miss him too much.
Yeah, and one of those people that you are going to be working with is your support in Hilisang, who had a banger of a Worlds run. He really performed with Reckless. We have a viewer question from Pythagoras. How many 2v2 kills will you and Hilly get in spring?
So it's 18 games, regular season I assume, and then there's playoffs. So probably around 28, I guess. Yeah, but we will also die a lot 2v2, I think, but I hope somebody must die when we play.
As long as it's a positive KD ratio, Yamato Cannon will be happy.
Nah, that's not how I view the game. As long as the idea in itself was good, if the execution fails, that's okay. As long as there's some plan, you know, there's some intent behind it, not like barbarians wanting to go to Valhalla, you know. As long as I can ask, hey, boys,
you hear that, Hilly? You're unleashed.
Something
You're
that
unleashed.
makes sense, then okay, you know. Sure, you're unleashed. Go for it.
I think that Upset and Hillsong will be a more aggressive bot lane. Reckless had this thing where he was just continuously passive. He doesn't really adapt very well. I mean, I get a lot of people like Reckless. They love him. They want his fucking cock down their throat and his balls on their mouth. But come on. It's not overall the best ADC in EU. EU has had other top tier quality ADCs. They've just really had bad rosters. Let's be honest here. Like, Upset's always been pretty good. And now it's time to show it. So let's see it.
So, Niski, your duo partner, so to speak, is Selfmade, arguably one of the top performing junglers in EU from 2020. How do you feel about coming in and starting your Fnatic season with him?
I mean, we've talked a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we will work together. I can see how he's this good. I mean, like, his mechanics are on top, so I feel like 2v2 should be easy to play, for example. Champion pool seems, I mean, good enough, you know? And yeah, I think I'm just really excited to see how... What? I mean, I don't want to hype him too much, you know? I can't, guys, I cannot... No, listen, I cannot hype him too much, okay? Or else, like, if it goes wrong, then it's like, you know, like, is it Niski's fault, right? But yeah, I mean, I think we will work together, you know?
You know his play style. You know he's super aggressive. You know he likes to play carry. Like, how do you plan on getting the most out of him playing as his mid laner?
I mean, I think it's important, for example, that he gets a winning matchup, and then I'll always be there, you know, when he needs me. So that's usually how it works. He can do whatever he wants. It will always be like 2v1, you know? So it should be easy for him.
We'll see what he has to say when he comes on the show in just a minute.
shit.
L9 Niski. I'm seeing a lot of L9 Niski in the chat.
If mid jungle doesn't work out, you can always just come and gank bot. I don't mind. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Paul Whippo is just going to be in his island the whole year. Is that how you're planning to set these guys up, Yamato? Do you have any initial thoughts about, you know, what kind of play style you're looking for with this lineup that you have in front of you?
Like, to put self-made or any of my players right now in some kind of box is silly. I think at the end of the day, we're going to figure out a way what we think is the best. Like, the game can change completely in the off-season. All of a sudden, let's say you have to put all the gold onto support role. I'm exaggerating here, obviously. And then Ilisang is going to be the super carry and he's going to play, I don't know what the hell. You know, maybe that's going to happen. And we're going to be ready for it because we have 5 very strong players that...
I really hope everything works out. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, most of what they're saying is kind of all based in just having conversations with each other. Nothing really is ever set in stone until they actually play their first game. So, you know, that's just how these things work.
Can adjust to whatever we agree together what is the best.
Niski, so obviously you've been playing the last couple of seasons over in NA and in C9 specifically. What do you think you learned over there that you can bring back to Europe, or do you view the two?
Nothing. You can learn nothing from NA. This place is worthless. Oh lord, LCS is worthless garbage and a sack of holy dog shit. Like, if you would go to a farm and you would see horses shitting in each other's mouths, that would be the LCS. I'm being honest. I think he learned his capabilities here in NA when he was on Cloud9, which I think will be better now for Niski in Fnatic, personally.
Regions as kind of like pretty much the same for you, and you can just come back here and pick up where you left off.
I mean, I think the difference, at least for me, is just mid laners or like play way different here in NA compared to EU. Like in NA, they play way more safe. They have a smaller champ pool, so you can kind of expect them to pick champions just by knowing the champ pool, right? Yeah, for me, it's just exciting to see how I will actually do against people that can maybe punish more than how NA does, and that's what I wanna see how much against these. You know, I'm pretty sure I can do it, and that's also one of the reasons why I came back here in EU, because I feel like my playstyle can work, but I think it can even be better playing against stronger laners in general.
Great. And Upset, obviously you're a new member to the squad. We've got a new mid laner. We've got a new coach as well. And you yourself have been in, you know, changed teams a couple of times in your career. Do you view Spring of 2021 as maybe a rebuilding split, or are you looking to hit the ground running and just basically feel comfortable enough within your new team to start winning straight away?
Yeah, I don't have any doubts that I will be comfortable, but I'm not sure how long it will take for us to mesh, but I'm prepared for any circumstance. I think either way, maybe it will be right from the start, we will hit it off running and we will insta be super good, or it will take us some time, but either way I'm confident that we will reach to a point where everyone is really comfortable in the team and knows his role, and we will reach a point where we will be really good. Yeah.
Yamato.
Okay, sounds pretty good. Let me tackle what Niski said. NA mid laners being predictable is basically what he said. GG easy, go next. Now with NA having Perks, Power of Evil, and Jensen at the top, we'll see if any other of the newer mid laners will be able to, you know, change that stigma about the LCS players being passive or having smaller champion pools. I hope that Niski can handle these other mid laners, because, you know, these guys are going to be a whole lot better mechanically and are always going to be able to punish things differently and better than the players in the LCS, particularly in the mid lane.
Same idea coming through in your head about this question?
I think it's just about, you know, making sure that we're all in the mindset of wanting to solve problems. We all have the same goal in mind, and We're all very, very motivated. We are all individually very, very strong. Talk about the players. I am boosted when it comes to the game, like playing. I don't have hands, as Bip always says. Does he have hands? Does he have hands? I don't have hands. You'll see that in the Ultimate Bravery later. Whatever point we're going to be at, I think it doesn't matter. We have a group that is very oriented in terms of solving problems. So whatever is going to be in our way, we're going to, attack head first, and eventually we will reach the pinnacle of what is Fnatic gameplay when it comes to this roster.
With that being said, let's bring on the rest of the squad so we can look at you all together for the first time in 2021. Wipo, Selfmade, and Hilly joining us. Hey guys,
Howdy.
how's it going? Oh, Wipo and Hilly, you both need a haircut. Holy moly. Hilly, first question for you. Have you been missing my massages?
Sus.
Oh god.
I can't hear him. Can you guys hear him?
Oh, he's muted. He's
Guys.
muted.
Okay. I was it upset.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
Wipo, what have you been up to in the off season?
Not much, just chilling. I play some normal games in ARAM, some TFT. That's about it.
I see you've kept your goatee.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still contemplating what to do with it. I'll figure it out as the
Okay.
season goes on.
Well, we've got a viewer question. Someone called Adorable Carry.
You know what's weird? It's so awkward being next to these guys because of the things he said on that deleted Crackdown episode. I know it wasn't with like any bad intentions, but yeah, that's pretty awkward right here. Holy shit, I can feel the awkward tension being here. Jesus Christ.
In the chat.
Oh, I know her.
Wants to know,
I've heard
are
of
the
her.
boys ready to grow mustaches for Team Synergy though? So,
I
I
know
can see across the board,
Yamada's already in with me.
we've got...
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yamada's in, Healy's in, Selfmade a little bit in as well, I see.
Dude, I dreamed yesterday, especially for today.
I wish I would be able to, but too bad genetics to grow a really good beard. So maybe I can get a fake one or
Okay,
something.
let me-
I'll think about something.
Now your camera is just 1 FPS.
Yes.
Yes, We can hear you well, but your camera is 1 FPS.
It's a disaster.
Okay, good. We don't need to see me. It's fine.
So, Wibo, looking across the board now, you're here with your new teammates, your new coach. What do you think of the Fnatic lineup for 2021? What's your opinion?
No, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy. I know that a lot of people are a little bit upset with some of the things. Just because I have criticism for my teammates doesn't mean I hate them or I'm going to be a shit teammate towards them. I think honestly, being able to give open, honest feedback on in general is something that's really important, and it's something that I feel like I actually couldn't do in the past years. The fact that I can openly speak with everyone about how I feel about them is something that I feel really good about, because it means that I believe that we can change together as a team, and I think that's the most important thing for a team.
Selfmade.
Okay. I like, okay, maybe he realized he was wrong in the things he said, but I still believe that what he said wasn't like with any bad intentions. It's just like the public doesn't need to know those things. You know what I mean? Like those are things you talk about with your friends. Those are things that you talk about and you settle those things and you do it behind closed doors. Like the things he said in that Crackdown episode that people were mad about were some pretty interesting things that most people never really go over in terms of like rosters. Most people just kind of say, oh yeah, we disagreed on the game and this happened, but you never really go into like saying that he actually wanted certain people off the team. That's just a little something different there, but hey, people can change. I guess I'm always someone who really is a big advocate for people who change their viewpoints, but who knows? It might just all be for the camera. How would I ever know?
Yeah,
You're going to be playing in a new mid-jungle duo. Obviously, Niski already said that he's talked to you a lot. How do you feel about your potential in the mid-jungle synergy coming up in 2021?
I mean, I expected Fnatic to bring us somebody good and I just import guy from NA, so that's pretty much everything you have to say.
Alright, there he is.
Okay, Shyvana player.
No, like, seriously talking, I'm really excited. Like, as you said, I spoke to him a lot. We met each other. Okay, we couldn't play duo queue, right, because of Riot.
but we met each other in solo queue a few times. We went on the call, like we talked at night a lot, and I think it's gonna be good. He's a nice guy. He's a funny guy. He likes kebabs. We will get it along.
You'll get along. You'll get along. What have you been up to in the off season, Oscar? You've been streaming a lot, I've seen.
Yeah, playing solo queue, losing my mind, just typical of season.
Your
Tell him
opinion
about the
on
chess.
Oh yeah, you're playing chess.
Yeah, I
him
started.
Oh shit! That and imported a player from NA. Oh, people should clip that. That is the funniest shit ever. Oh my god! Holy Christ! Oh my god!
Playing chess a bit, but pretty much boosted
What happened
a
when
bit.
you faced me? Tell him that.
Okay, I played with Yamato a bit. I always lost to him, but he's also pretty bad, you know, don't get me wrong. He's better than me, but he's still boosted.
Weebo Healy, you guys are now the old boys in the Fnatic team. You've been on the team the longest. People, I guess, see you as the new face of Fnatic. You've gone through a couple of roster changes now. What can we expect from you guys in this kind of new squad, your new roles, so to speak, in this fresh squad?
I've kind of been in that spot since I was in UL and I was left with my top lane again, and we were like the kind of the backbone of the team, and I know how to help the new members, how to like guide them what is good and like how to improve, and I also know how to like help Upset, and I'm very happy that he's the new AD carry.
What's so funny, Upset? Just before we move on to Whippo.
No, I like what he said. It's just small things that we will focus on.
Woo! Back in the day when freaking Hillisang and Vizichachi were the backbone of Unicorns of Love, and then, you know, certain splits, Unicorns of Love like overperformed. They got to a couple of finals. Their last run in the EULCS, which is what it was called before they eventually went to the TCL. No, yeah, they went to Russia or whatever that region's called, like the LCL or some shit like that. They looked pretty bad. Yeah, so, you know, it was really weird seeing Hillisang transition from, like, Unicorns of Love to Fnatic, but he's really grown to be a really good player. You know, he definitely had his issues in Unicorns of Love, but, you know, he's definitely been pretty good in Fnatic. He's definitely still a coin flip player. I'm gonna preference that. I still have my issues with his gameplay in general. You know, there's a couple people that think that I take my opinions from casters. I'm like, the fuck's what? No, what the hell? I can think for myself. I have my opinions about the game because I've been literally playing this game for like 6 years. I don't need a caster's opinion to decide what I think on a player, you know, overall, because I can see what's going on in the game and I can see how good a player is performing in said game. So, you know, overall, I think they're going to have to rely on Hillisang going into the 2021 LEC Spring Split, because overall, if they have maybe any problems with being aggressive or going in on a certain player, you know, just having that killer instinct, I personally think he'll be the best candidate for that. And let's be honest here, it's the best supports in EU are Hillisang and Mickey X and Vander. Let's be honest, there really any other contentions for that, you know?
It sounds like
Kaiser, too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys both already know how to play.
Guys, it's cute.
No, just insult yourself like that.
No, I don't know. Nothing.
I mean, I've heard that you guys have been playing a bit of duo in on Smurf accounts, so can you reveal a little bit how that's gone?
Well, we only played one
No.
game.
Oh, yeah, only one game.
Never mind. We didn't actually play at all.
We didn't. So, Whippo, how do you see yourself in this new squad now?
I think what's most important is making sure they feel comfortable bringing what they have to the table and using that to our advantage rather than sticking to what we're used to. So being open-minded and being... Healy moved his chair.
Healy.
Sorry, I thought it was funny. You know, he was like, fuck this shit, I'm out, you know, like this guy's talking shit.
I hate this ad. No, I actually like this one. I actually like the song that uses one for this Adobe piece of shit thing they're actually saying right here. Never gonna suck, never gonna suck, 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 suck.
I think we've got individually really strong players, and putting them in a position where they'll feel uncomfortable bringing what they have to the table is the last thing that I want.
We've got a viewer question from Los VX for Hilly, actually. What are you most looking forward to, especially with an aggressive AD carry? What's most exciting for you?
Well, I love when my AD carry actually engages the trait, and I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most, that my AD carry starts the trait and I'm like there to help him and jump together.
Holy
and,
shit! Dude, Did he say that about Reckless? I don't know if he means Reckless with that, but shit. I mean, that's true. Reckless is very passive, man. Holy shit. I don't know if that's Reckless or, but jeez, man. Holy fucking shit.
Yes, that's something that I was actually missing, and I think I got towards the end of Worlds that Reckless kind of learned to do. But I feel like Upset is one of the few AD carries in Europe that does that very well, and it's kind of like very pleasant for support to see that ability to be had. And I think that's the one thing I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah, so we got Upset, who says, I'm waiting for my support to go in, and then Hilly,
Basically, they both gonna fucking
No,
end up with them
we
on-
both know that we will go in, so it's perfect. It's completely aligned already.
Selfmade, you just destroyed your bot lane. So are you hoping to just like leave bot lane in the dust if they're in and just camp other lanes, or are you gonna actually go bot lane this year?
I know what happens when you leave Upset allowed in solo queue, so I wanted it.
Oh my god. Oh, this is comedy. This roster looks pretty awesome, I like the personalities on the teams, I definitely see the potential in this Fnatic 2021 roster, but the live and die thing Fnatic go by is you have to win. It's all based in winning. It's the same thing with G2 as well. Hopefully G2 will put out a video like this, and I'll definitely go over it when that does happen, though. Let's finish this up, actually.
That's good. You're fast learner.
How are you going to control these bunch of idiots that sit before you?
It all comes down to, I believe genuinely that, everyone comes from a different background. All of us come from different countries, so we're going to have, different experiences, different ways of how we view things, different perspectives. And it's all about, looking at the things that unite us. We all want to win, we all want to improve. And as long as we keep that as a backbone, we can build bridges between any perspectives. It's all about just making sure that you remember this when the problems come your way. Because any team, any dynamic, any relationship will run into problems if you're trying to elevate those relationships to the next level, as long as we attack our problems aggressively and don't sweep them under the carpet, because the carpet becomes very uncomfortable to walk on eventually if you don't.
I hate ads so much. Ads can just literally go to hell. Hurry up, ad. I don't care. That's it? Oh, okay. So that's pretty much it. Looking at their roster overall, there's going to be a lot of upgrades to what their playstyle is. I always feel like Fnatic are pretty much one-dimensional in how they play the game. In terms of how this could not work, I don't know. I think it could also not work based on the fact that if you look at it in a hindsight way, I don't know. Like, I don't really see a lot of bad. If I'm being completely honest here, Whipple's not a bad top laner. Selfmade is a top 2 jungler in the LEC. Niski, at worst, might be a top 4 LEC mid. Then you have Upset and Hillsing, which I think are going to be a pretty good bot lane. So it's really kind of hard, even for me personally right now, to see like how people don't think this roster will be good. I'm not even a Fnatic fan, and I'm coming to bat for them. I would never do that, but it's like people are being a little too stupid here. You know what I mean? So if you're a Fnatic fan, if you're a true Fnatic fan, support your team. Who cares if Reckless left? Who cares if Nemesis is not here? Support the people that are here. Move the fuck on. Life moves on. Life is not going to sit here and wait for you to don't move on from the players that aren't here anymore. Move on. They're gone. Fnatic is moving forward, just like every team does every single goddamn offseason when they switch out players or they kick out players. It's just how this works, You might not agree with the decisions that were made, but let's be honest here. They don't abide by what you're saying. You're just a fan. They shouldn't do whatever you say because you don't know anything. And that's just me being real, me being honest, So, yeah, see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing and Way of Life Esports. Signing out, guys. Peace. You guys have a good day. Goodbye. Yo, it's the Nightwing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video that you guys just watched. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. And if you never want to miss out on a single upload, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I post a video. Thank you guys for the continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.